I'm Becky.
And I'm Bo.
And we are the Right Sites.
And this segment of the Right Sites is kind of a very special segment for us because we're going to do something tomorrow that we have never done before.
This time we're blessed to give back a little bit while we're here, and we're going to be joining the beach and reef cleanup sponsored by the Roatan Marine Park and also Sandy Bay Divers.
Yes, so we've never done this before, and it's very, very exciting. Of course, Roatan is a major dive area. So much of this island's economy depends on a healthy reef. And so while we've been here, we've done a lot of diving. We even met kind of the grandfather of Roatan diving. Constantino.
He helped, I think he co-founded the marine park.
Yep.
So
helped co-founded the marine park. In fact, we were walking along the beach just the other day, and Becky started talking to this family, and that's how she found out about Constantino.
So cool. He was training his 9-year-old grandson how to dive with his own son there as well.
So before we go on, let's just introduce you to Constantino.
Constantino, oh neat.
Yeah, my father is the first Honduran dive instructor, created most of the dive sites on the island, trained many islanders to have diving as a profession. Also fundamental, one of the first co-creators of the Marine Reserve here in the island. My name is Tristan Monteroso. This is my son Elijah Monteroso. It's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
And he wanted to learn how to scuba dive from his grandfather and his father. So this is 3 generations and many more to come, that we're going to continue the tradition of scuba diving on the Bay Islands, which is the most beautiful place in the world. We don't know anything about Australia, some tiny little place somewhere. Roatan is where it's at.
So that was really cool to meet kind of the founder, kind of what I would call the grandfather of Roatan diving, with his son, who was super friendly, and then teaching his grandson how to dive
cool.
Here on Half Moon Bay.
We hope to teach our grandchildren one day how to
we
dive.
hope so. So behind us is the Roatan Marine Park Eco Store right here on the west end. So when you're visiting, make sure you drop by here. It's a really cool place, and you can also, by purchasing items, help support the reef system around Roatan.
Or just make a donation.
Yep.
All right, so this is Damaris, and she is with the Roatan Marine Park.
Yes.
And she's been telling us a little bit about what they do and how the profits from the store help the reef, and what people can do to help out, you know, not litter, not touch the reef, and how, you know, people go out and put antibiotics on the reef and stuff to help. So anything you'd like to say for our video?
Okay, so this is the Roatan Marine Park store, as she told you. All the profits collected in this store is used in conservation programs. We have different merchandise like honey that is produced locally, and which is one of our alternative labor programs. We started like 10 years ago. We have the Roatan Marine Park t-shirts. We have other brand that is Live. They've been sponsoring us for almost 6 years. So whatever you buy inside this booth is used in conservation programs.
Awesome. So make sure when you're in the West End, stop by the store.
And look, it's 30% off right there. So they even have sales. So.
Well, they got some really cool stuff in here, and you support the reef system. So that's an awesome program.
Yes.
All right, so that was our first visit to the Eco Store. Really cool place.
It is really nice, and the person was very friendly and knowledgeable, told us a lot about the reef projects and the issues with the reef, and so that was really good. And we were lucky enough to make a donation and get our Roatan Marine Park bracelets, so happy to help out a little bit.
So be sure when you're in the West End, stop by the Eco Store here and help out the reef. Now we're going to get ready to head over to Sandy Bay divers tomorrow, pretty early in the morning. What time are we heading over?
I think it doesn't start till 10, so we have to be there by 9:30.
Have to be there by about 9:30. So let's head over there and participate in our first beach and reef cleanup.
So exciting.
Sandy Bay Divers is located in the Blue Bahia Resort, which is just a maybe 3 or 4 miles traveling east from the village of West End. Owner Brad Lohner, who owns the dive shop, organized this event today. So we're pretty excited about seeing what it's all about and also giving back a little bit to the dive community.
So this is Timna from the Marine Park, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the beach and reef cleanup.
Okay, well, basically we'll be doing some of these activities that will help us to reduce the plastic footprint either at the beach or underwater. So with this group of volunteers, right now we're going to leave some, we'll be diving, so we'll be at the beach, at the shore, so we'll be collecting all kind of garbage. Now we know that it causes a great impact on marine life. The reef, that is the keystone of the Bay Islands economy. So that's why we try to get together with groups from the community to clean and keep our beaches, our reef clean.
Awesome. How long have you been doing the reef cleanup?
Oh, so we've been working with the Marine Park since 2017, and we'll be doing this kind of initiative in several communities throughout Roatan. And yeah, we'll be working also alongside with the Bay Island Coastal Cleanup. They provide us some materials like plastic bags, some gloves, and other materials that we might need for this cleanups.
Awesome. And then do you do this just once a year, or is it a couple of times a year?
So we usually try to work alongside with the Bay Island Coastal Cleanup. There are specific dates along the year. So let's see, there's some special dates such as the Mesoamerican Reef Day on March. There is a massive cleanup. Some are diving, some are doing snorkeling, pick up trash, or some are just doing coastal cleanup. And there's some other dates around the year that are basically, let's say, about the holidays, really near to the holidays, such as Semana Santa or another holiday in October. So that's when we try to encourage community leaders to join us and this massive cleanup.
That's awesome. And Brad here, the owner at Sandy Bay, he provides free air tanks for all the divers, and then a free lunch, right? There's going to be a free lunch, supposedly. That's what we heard afterwards, so we'll see. We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited too.
Good.
And this will be the first time of the Sandy Bay divers
That's
promoting.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is awesome, and just a big kudos to Brad for this initiative.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So right off the top, regarding equipment, we've set up all the BCDs and rigs out on the boat, but double check that you have all of your stuff, all of your masks, fins, weights. Double check your gear when you go out on the boat and make sure everything is there and configured the way you like it. When we go out, it's going to be quite simple, quite shallow. And so we're going to be dropping off right over, pointing, you can't quite see it, but you can see from the dock, and you're all aware, over by the dolphin pen. And the plan that we're thinking would work best is we'll all drop on in. I'm expecting the maximum depth might be something between 10 to 20 feet at most. Probably a lot of it might even be as little as like 6 or 8 feet as we move along. And so if you have a compass, before we drop down, take a look at the line along the reef and parallel to the shoreline, and just take that bearing so that when you're underwater, you just have a quick reference. You can say, okay, that's still going the right way. But the plan is that once we all go in, I'll be somewhere about in the middle of the group, and I want to have host Sway at the far end to our left, closest to the beach, and Natalia to the far right, closest to the reef side, and everyone just sort of spreading out about double arm width.
The dive itself lasted about 1 hour. There were about 10 divers total searching the reef area for trash. Along the way, we saw several pretty amazing sea creatures. Although each of us worked very hard trying to find trash, fortunately for the reef, we did not find much. In fact, Becky and I found no trash on the reef floor. So, after about an hour of searching, the dive team surfaced to see what each of us found on the ocean floor.
Oh, wow.
Hey, get a picture.
Good job.
Mostly fishing line.
Awesome.
Here, hold it up, Dustin.
Okay, so this is what we got. Not quite the haul that we wanted. Bo and I unfortunately didn't find a thing, but the people on our boat did, and so that's good. And you know, it's kind of sad. You're like hoping to find trash, but then also hoping you don't find trash because, you know, we want the reef to be clean. So it's good. It's good news that there wasn't a lot of trash. We're disappointed we didn't get a bounty, but we're happy with our dive master who took us all over the reef looking and
Took good care of us.
friends here at Sandy Bay.
Yeah, no trash to pick up is a good problem.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, so that concludes the cleanup of the reef and the beach. We had a great time. I want to thank you for organizing this.
Thank you to Sandy Bay divers and the volunteers. Otherwise, it would have been impossible, right?
And hopefully one day when we return, we can help out again. We would,
Oh, yeah.
enjoy doing that.
Yeah, and from one way or another, you're supporting also the Roatan Marine Park, right?
Right.
And the people who might watch this video will also invite you to support all the conservation efforts of the Roatan Marine Park. It's an organization leader in conservation within the Bay Islands.
Well, thank
Awesome.
you very much.
We'll spread the word.
We will spread the word.
Thank you.
Great organization and great island, great people on the island. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo,
And I'm Becky.
and we are the Right Sites. And today we're going to be tomorrow. Yeah, this is a very special
okay,
segment
okay,
of
there we go.
the Right Sites. Hi, I'm Bo,
And I'm Becky.
and we are the Right Sites.
And today we no.
Yes, so we've never done that before. It is sponsored by the Roatan Marine Park, which you can see behind us, as this very noisy truck is just kind of parked in the West End. But if you're familiar with the West End, you know this is a super busy area. So tomorrow we are probably gonna do this video segment again because the loudness just lasted too long. It's a garbage truck. It's just parked right behind us. The air brakes are going off. Anyway,
That's
yeah,
okay.
the West End is very busy, especially when a diesel truck is going by.